As Mike says, but all we did was say we're drawing a line on chemical weapons, but we're not going to change the contours of this civil war.
Right, exactly. There's nothing more than that
continues.
So far. And the killing continues and will probably continue. We have to be quite clear about that. And that cannot be resolved just by the U.S. It will still be a mixture of necessary, extremely complicated diplomatic efforts where you definitely need European involvement as well.
Yeah.
I would like to see a more proactive role by China, for instance, here. We have a UN Security Council member. We have someone who has some leverage in both parts of the large groups within the Muslim world, and that's something we need to press forward as well.
We'll be waiting a long time for China to play a meaningful role in this. Whatever happened to the days when the refugee program, the idea of a refugee program, was nearest available safe haven until the strife in that particular homeland abated, and then the concept of refugee from civil war has changed over the years, and so now we make this automatic assumption that if we continue this war, all the Syrians who are caught up in it will just end up in Europe or the U.S. or somewhere. And the idea used to be nearest available safe haven.
But what is the story on refugees? I mean, we know what the German people have said. What do you think this means for refugees?
We have to remember that we already have 5 million refugees coming out of Syria. Some of them have stayed in the region, and about 1 million, not only Syrians, but from the wider region, have reached Germany. And that's a big pill to swallow, for not only for the Germans, but for the question of how does the European Union hold together in that question, all the other things. And we're talking about a generational issue here, actually, of integration, of finding solutions, of how to deal with the external European borders, etc., etc. And all of that in an election year. So if it becomes more volatile again, and not only in Syria, but also in the adjacent countries there, that might lead to quite some reactions in Europe, and it's easy to play the election card in Germany specifically on that very issue. So that's a concern I have.
Wow, a lot of moving parts here. KT, great to get your insights on this.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. KT Guttenberg joining us there.